Hello, I'm back from El Salvador. A couple of things happened. One of them is that I did the interview with Ken Booth, but I forgot to turn on the mic and I had to redo it and it wasn't that great. But anyways, I can't edit it because I have it in my camera. I'm recording in my iPad and I do not have a computer. So I have to ask my sister to edit it, or I have to wait till I find a computer. I told you guys it was gonna be around 2 months because I don't have all the tools yet. I do this video tag thing called 50 Facts About Me, which I think is a good dynamic to get to know the people that you're following. And for me, it's a good practice to get comfortable. So, number one, I have an obsession with fruits and vegetables. I think they're beautiful. I think they're delicious. I think they're fresh. I think they're awesome. And visually, I just think they're very, very, very beautiful. I haven't talked to my mom for 23 years of my life, and I am 28. My mom and dad got separated when I was very young, and I never really had contact with her because my grandma was being all protective, and she never let her. I don't miss her. I have had contact when I was older, but it's not really that important in my life. I went to a bunch of private schools when I was little in El Salvador, and it really helped me to open up my mind because public school in El Salvador is really, really bad, so you have to go to like private school, and it really opened my mind. My foundations from when I was a little child are very good. That's why I was able to do good, like in general in life. By that meaning, I was very lost. I have been very lost, like very, very lost in life, but I always find my path and I always come out of the shadows. I was bullied most of my life for a bunch of stupid little kids that couldn't understand things that were different. They were bullying me because I had a weird name. Really? But it was good because it helped me realize most people are stupid, and it made me understand that it was close-minded and made me not want to be like them. At 13, I got interested in some of the rock bands that my uncle listened to. I don't remember specific names or bands, but I remember my way of dressing started changing, and then the boys in the streets and around the school that I used to go at that time, they started calling me la punk, which means like the female punk. So that's the first time in my life I heard that word, and that's how I heard it. I never really danced when I was younger. I started dancing when I was 20 and I'm 28. My family is very traditional, very religious, and they do not do any dancing. That's boring. I love orange juice. I collect stickers. I also collect miniature cute little shit. I grew up with my grandparents most of the time, even though my dad lived there, but my grandparents basically raised me. I read tarot, and I have worked reading tarot before at a time that I was unemployed and I was just living off my passions, and I kind of miss. Even though I have a very religious family, I am very influenced by my dad's tendencies of occultism, gnosis, and a bunch of alternative spiritualism, or whatever it's called. I do follow Abraham Hicks teachings and Bashar teachings. I've been following them for a couple of years, and I do base most of my life, in their teaching. I have one true sister, and 3 half brothers from my dad's side, and 1 half sisters from my mom's side. I am the oldest, and to me, I only have like 1 real sister. I have very little attention span. I can't even concentrate for movies. I can't watch movies for a long. I have very little attention to read. That's one of the reasons why I have a bunch of books that I never read, because I can't focus in reading. The only way I can learn easy, it's by seeing, by doing, and by listening. But most of the time have to be at the same time. If I'm just listening, my mind starts wandering. If I'm just doing, then I get bored really fast because there's nothing stimulating my ears. What I do is I play something, it's mostly people speaking, and I will work on my craft. That's the way that I entertain myself, and I feel like working with my hands, and listening to something helps me concentrate and I learn faster. My first passion in life since I was little was art and craft. I'm a born crafter and I do want to live off of it. When I was 15 or 14, I went to the street market and I got this like CD album thing, and the guy sold me two, and now comes the wall from Rancid and this thing called NSA La Santa Familia by Non Servium, and that was when I got introduced to the word skinhead, and I started like wondering what the heck were they talking about, because they were singing about beers and violence and football and this and that, and they were mentioning the word skinhead, and I had no idea what it was, but that's how I heard of it. I have the name of the name of one of my exes tattooed in my leg from when I was 16, and no, I will not take it off, simply because for me it's not that important. I have only fruits and vegetables tattoos, even though I have like little variations. Like I have a cicada. Araniva is the name that I used in high school for logging internet. When you were in high school in here, you had to do a login in order to use the internet on the cyber room, whatever. I have had another name which was Arabian Hitomate, but it's confusing because I am not Arabic, and that's why I'm not using it. That I don't have a favorite anything. I like a lot of stuff for a long time, and it varies from day to day and with my mood. There's some stuff that I like superficially, like funk and merengue and stuff like that I just like superficially, but there's some other stuff that I like deeply for longer periods of times, and I still don't have anything favorite. For me, it's just like I like too many stuff to have one favorite thing, upset so much attention in one thing. My real name is Hiromi Araniba. I am considered very politically incorrect because sometimes I would not agree with all the things that my friends want me to agree on. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I don't feel part of the country where I don't live. I do feel part of the country where I live and where I have my life and where I have built my life. I hate fake patriotism about flags and t-shirts and hats. I hate it because if you really love your country, go and fight for the natural reserves. Fight for your native, wherever you are. If you fight for the native people in there, it's more convincing than having a freaking flag waving in people's face. My dream is to be US citizen, and I am very close. I have realized that I have idealized so much the person that sometimes I feel like I'm never gonna find him, but if I don't do, I'm okay, because I'd rather being alone and having 100 cats than being with the wrong person. 90% of my friends are with the wrong person, and all of them are miserable, and they lie to themselves. They just settle because they're too scared that this is gonna be the last chance they're gonna have. I want something very specific, or I don't want anything. And please don't write me about it. I have a lot of platonic loves around the globe. I like beauty. I like beautiful men. I have approximately a top 5 of the guys that I talk to that I like. And they know it. It's not a secret. So it's not you, it's not you, it's not you. I do steal the pictures from their profiles. I download them. And then I show them to my friends. Like, look, Daniela. I never feel alone, even though I spend a lot of time alone. I enjoy my loneliness. I taste it. I flavor it, and I enjoy it a lot. I'm very used to being alone, and I kind of like it. But I also enjoy company when I have it. I am a nanny of 3 kids. That's what I do for a full-time job. And I love them, and I love my job. Things are changing while moving stuff. But yes, I do love my job. I'm one of the few people that I know that I can say that I love my job. I love traveling. I love it. If I could just travel all day, no. If I could travel, my plan in life is I want to be able to travel whenever I want, wherever I want, for as long as I want. That's my plan. I don't want to backpack everywhere because I don't want to put all of my life in a backpack. I have a big life, but I do want to travel and have a place to come back. My friend Daniela got me into thrifting, and that got me into vintage, and now I collect vintage and brands. I have a big Ben Sherman collection, a bunch of vintage also, which I will be putting up for sale at some point if I decide to. I believe in past lives. I believe in extraterrestrials, but I do not need to see them. I'm okay with it. Need to see them. I'm okay with it. I am a Sagittarius and I love astrology. My first job was at a place painting personalized items for kids, like furniture and toys and stuff like that. And I exercise my creativity muscle that right now, like, I'm a beast at designing shit because I did it for 8 years, for 4 consecutive years, and now I'm a freaking beast. I'm an introvert. I dislike math strongly. I have an obsession with Peru so much that I got Peruvian laurels before I ever visited Peru, before I even had papers. I love Senseiya and I love Dragon Ball, but I don't watch it because it's too addictive. I like psychedelics a lot. I have a dark history of obsessive compulsiveness because I was very psycho to one of my exes, a couple of my exes, and there's this bad reputation about me that has to do with it. It is gone. I do not have it anymore, but it's not gone from people's mind. They want to keep bringing it up and keep talking about how terrible I was and how terrible I am and blah, blah, blah. But truth is, that issue is gone a while ago. But yeah, there's some people that actively remember that and love that part of me. One time I was drunk and I took pictures with people I didn't know, and the people in the picture were high-hailing. So I got in troubles with a lot of people. We got kicked out of a show. With the whole band got kicked out of the show. We were not able to play. And people also loves that part about me. They keep bringing the fucking picture up. And 3 years went by. I think a lot more went by. Around 4 years went by. No, I don't remember. I don't remember 4 or 3. But a lot of years went by. They still using the same fucking picture. They know all the people that I know. It's such a bunch of bullshit. But yeah, it's there. Sometimes you are going to hear that about me. Just be aware of it. And take your own conclusions, by fuck's sake. Think for yourself. And the last one, I don't think I ever been in love. I think once I was in love. Only once. And he died. Not because of me, and not while I was with him. He died after. But that has been it. I'll see you guys next week. I will post 1 vlog per week and 1 dance video because I don't have that much time to do this. But yeah, what I can, I will do.